All rise. The Psychiatric Science Review session is now in order. Dr. Dennis Todd, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, all the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Dr. Todd, do you understand why you have been brought before the Psychiatric Science Review Board?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand the implications of this hearing?
Yes, Your Honor. I can lose my psychiatric and medical licenses.
Good. Then let's begin. Tell me about the case of Mary Bland. This case was first referred to you by Child Protective Services, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I first interviewed the family the following Monday on December 3rd. It was Mary's teacher that contacted CPS about possible abuse. On Friday, the case was referred to me for further evaluation.
You're not employed by Child Protective Services or the state, so why was it referred to you?
No, I am not. However, I'm the only certified psychiatrist in the area, so I volunteer my services to CPS.
So once the case was referred to you, I suppose you began your investigation.
Yes, Your Honor. I first interviewed the family the following Monday on December 10th. Your Honor, I think it is important that you know that as a medical doctor, I have believed to see the world black and white. All things must be able to be quantified, qualified, weighed, and measured, or it does not exist. There are but two things in this world. All is fact and all else is merely fiction. After so many years of working with Child Protective Services, I have seen so much evil in this world. I had lost my hope in decency and humanity. After all, if evil is all you will ever see, then evil is all you will ever know.
Dr. Todd, we are here to discuss the case of Mary Bland. Your philosophical treatise on the state of mankind is irrelevant to this hearing.
Yes, Your Honor, please forgive me. You wanted the truth? Now that is an elusive creature. At times I feel like I have the truth, like I have caught it by the tail, but then it ever so swiftly runs through my fingers like water. Once upon a time, I met a little girl named Mary. A beautiful little girl who was being abused. She exhibited all the classic signs when I first received the case file. But the truth? That is a bird of a different feather.
Why do they keep coming back? They hurt me again. I don't like them, Charlie.
Hi, Mary. Are you sitting next to you?
Yes, Miss Cooper.
Were you talking to someone?
No, just sometimes I talk to myself.
Me too. It helps me to think about our phone and something to do. Is that what you talk to yourself? I hear you saying someone's name. It was Charlie. What about Charlie like that? When I was young, I used to pretend I had an imaginary friend named George.
Imaginary people are not real. Everyone knows that.
I know that, Mary. But I used to pretend I had an imaginary friend. And I would tell him all my secrets. Do you have any secrets to you, Tessie? You can tell me. Did you never friends like that? Do you know what I told you?
No,
When I was young, I was very shy. So shy that I hardly talked to anyone in class or play with anyone in recess. My parents knew a lot, so I never felt like for them. With George, he was my constant companion. No matter where I went, I was hooked up to him. He was my imaginary friend.
imaginary people are not real. You can't talk to them because they are not real.
I know that, Mary. But it made me feel better have someone to talk to. It's not much different once you grow up. That's why I'm glad that you're my friend. Because you can tell me my secrets, my thoughts. You are not that secret.
I guess.
Even though I'm all grown up now, I still get nervous and anxious. And sometimes it's hard for me to not be shy.
But you're a teacher. You can't be shy.
I know that, Mary. But I have to try very, very hard to not be shy. But that's why I'm glad that you're my friend. You have any secrets in this person? What is it? You know what? Whenever you're ready to talk, I'll be here to hear you. Will that be okay?
Sure.
Thank you, Mary. Can I get a hug when we get back to class? Mary, what's wrong with your neck?
No, it's nothing. I scratched myself.
What happened?
I told you it's nothing. I did it to myself.
Okay, let's go back in class and finish our lessons.
Okay.
Students, it's time to go inside.
Sorry to keep you all waiting. I am Dr. Todd. And you must be Mary.
Yes.
Mary, can you go over to my arts and crafts table and draw a picture for me?
Okay.
I'm sure you're wondering why you are here. Yes, the school called because there were marks all around Mary's neck.
The scratch.
Yes, can you tell me how Mary came to have them?
She says she has nightmares. She's bad dreams.
Is this the first time this has happened?
A few times.
How often has this happened?
Probably 4 or 5 times when she was little, but they've never looked this bad before.
Due to the severity of the wounds, the school called Child Protective Services, and it is my job to find out who or what is causing these marks on Mary's neck.
They're scratches. Kids get scratches.
Mr. Blanton.
Are you accusing us of hurting our daughter?
No, ma'am, this is not a witch hunt. I'm trying to investigate why this is happening.
Fine. What else would you like to investigate? How many hangnails she's had? How many times she stubbed her toe?
Chase!
It's nothing. Dr. Todd, what do you need to know?
Can you tell me when Mary first came to have the scratches?
Last Monday, before school.
I would like you to take me back to last Monday morning. Was anything unusual or out of the ordinary that morning?
No. It was completely routine.
Beep beep.
Mary, the bus is... Mary! What happened to your neck?
It's nothing. I had a bad dream.
Must have been a very bad dream. Can you tell me how it happened, Peacock?
I don't know. I was asleep and I had a bad dream.
Somebody do this to you at school.
No, I have to go or I'll miss the bus.
Well, what about your breakfast?
I'm gonna be late.
Keith, I'm so worried about her.
She's fine. Kids get scratches. I bet she got those scratches at school and didn't even read it.
But she said,
I heard her. But it's nothing to worry about.
She's probably right.
Thank you for telling me your side of the story. I will have to speak to Mary. You will please wait outside. Mary, do you know how you got the scratches? Can you tell me your name? Why can't you?
Promised I wouldn't.
Who'd you promise? Mary, what are you drawing?
A peacock. Daddy call me a peacock. Charlie's a peacock.
How long have you been seeing Charlie? Miss Cooper seemed to think that Charlie's your imaginary friend.
He's not fake. I used to go see him at the park with the duck pond.
Rosebud Park?
Yes. Here, I'm done drawing.
Mary, what is this?
It's Charlie.
Is Charlie a red peacock?
No, his feathers are blue and green and silver.
Then why is Charlie covered in red?
Because it's blood.
Why is Charlie covered in blood, Mary?
Because of what those mean boys did.
What mean boys?
Just some mean boys. They were older than me.
Mary, can you tell me what happened?
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Mary. How are you this week? I missed you.
I've been busy. Charlie, would you like a snack?
Sure.
Sorry, Charlie, that's all.
Thank you, Mary.
What's that bird? Let's try to catch it.
Hey, leave him alone or he'll peck you.
He won't. He tries to get it in your hands.
Leave me
Dude,
alone.
it's so funny. The bird sounds like his hand. Yeah. Squad. Yeah. Never do it again.
Stop.
Yeah. Hey.
Charlie, fly away.
Ow. The bird pets me.
Leave him alone.
Take that, stupid bird. Take
No,
that.
stop. No, please. Stop. You're
Stop.
killing him.
Stupid girl. Screaming you wish you never had.
Mary, can you hear me? Mary!
Yes.
Mary, I need you to focus. Please, what happened after the boys started throwing rocks at Charlie? Did they hurt you?
The mean boys left. I tried to wake Charlie up, but he was covered in blood. Charlie, he was dead. I won't let
Mary, it's okay, Mary. I'll go get her. Mr. and Mrs. Lanton, please come quickly.
Mary, what's wrong?
What did you do to her?
I was just simply asking questions.
I want to home. Take me home.
Okay, let's go home.
I'm sorry, I cannot let her go, not until this investigation is finished.
How dare you? Look what you're doing to her. She's just a little girl.
Mr. Blanton, I'm just doing my job.
If you were a man.
You would what, Mr. Blanton?
Never mind. I just want to take my daughter home.
Not until this investigation is finished.
Dr. Pat, I know you need to finish work. Mary, she's so upset. I think she can have a break.
I think that would be a good idea. I need some fresh air. Mary, I will be back in a few minutes, okay?
It's okay. Mommy's here. Why are you crying?
No,
Mary, why are you crying?
no, I want to go home. Take me home.
We can't go home until you can with Dr. Todd.
Just tell her you got the scratches at school and you go back home and be a happy family again.
Okay,
You'll tell her?
I'll tell her.
That's my little female. I know you can do this. I will get Dr. Todd so we can go back home.
confessing this, Dr. Todd, but does it not sound as if you were purposefully trying to instigate Mr. Blanton to violence?
No, Your Honor, my intent was to apply pressure to gauge the allegation of abuse.
Because you believe them guilty of said abuse.
Yes, Your Honor, I believed he was guilty of the abuse.
Therefore, you think the ends justify the means?
No, Your Honor.
Dr. Todd, it is the opinion of this court that you were reckless in your handling of this case. Your investigation was flawed and biased from the onset.
Your Honor, I admit that I acted in an unorthodox manner, but the evidence presented led me to that conclusion.
And what evidence was that?
It was Mary's testimony, Your Honor.
You do not think that the boys had anything to do with this abuse?
No, Your Honor.
What about the Peacock? Charlie, do you believe he was real or fictitious?
At the time, something of that nature should have made headlines in our little town.
What about the incident in the park? Do you believe that was fictitious as well?
At the time, I was suspicious. I was afraid that Charlie was more than just a peacock, but that he was key to unraveling the abuse. Mary, are you feeling a little better now?
I guess.
Can you tell me more about Charlie?
He's a peacock.
I know he's a peacock. What do you like about peacocks?
I used to like them.
What was it that you used to like about peacocks?
I like their feathers.
The colors of the feathers?
No, I like their eyes.
The eyes on the feathers.
Yes.
What was it about the eyes that you used to like?
That many eyes? Nothing could ever hurt them. No animal could ever sneak up on a peacock because they see trouble from far away. But that's not true.
What do you mean?
Charlie didn't see those boys pick up those rocks.
Mary, did those boys hurt you in any way?
No.
Can you guess when it happened? Can you tell me when?
I think it was before Halloween. Because I was gonna go as a peacock to meet Charlie. But then he died. So I never went.
Can you show me where on your back you got the scratches?
Okay.
Mary, what is this? Who did this to you?
Promise I wouldn't tell.
Mary, you can tell me. I promise. If you tell me the absolute truth, I will believe you.
Okay.
So tell me, what happened?
Come on, Mary. It's time for bed. And I'm not sleepy.
Come on, kiddo. You need to sleep pretty well after this swim.
I love you.
Good night, Mary. I love you.
Daddy, don't go.
What's the matter?
I'm scared.
Of what?
My nightmares?
Mary, you're too old to believe in nightmares and monsters. They're not real.
But
Mary, monsters are not real. Nightmares are just in your head. Anything you see or hear is just a figment of your imagination. You are not real.
I have these bad dreams.
Your dreams can't hurt you. Mary, did you hear me?
Yes. Dreams are not real. They cannot hurt me. Monsters do not exist.
There you go.
Dad.
How about I come check on you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
that card and pull through. It's gonna buy you a dog new. If that puppy dog won't bark, it's gonna buy you a horse and cart. If that horse and cart fall down, you'll still be the sweetest baby in town.
Charlie! Charlie! Thank you for sitting down with me, Mr. Blanton. I need to ask you a few questions.
Why do I feel like I need an attorney here when I talk to you?
Mr. Blanton, I am not here to railroad anyone. I am here to find out what has happened to Mary.
Fine. Let's get on with it then.
Is it strange to you that Mary's imaginary friend is a peacock, and that is your pen name for her?
I have called her a peacock since she was little.
Why?
We went to a zoo when she was little. She was fascinated with peacocks and feathers. I guess she loved all the pretty colors. Anyways, the name stuck.
Does Mary ride the bus home from school?
No, normally she walks home.
Did she ever speak about something happening to her in the park?
No.
That she may have been attacked?
Attacked? By what kind of animal?
No, by some boys, older boys.
No, she never said anything. Are you telling me boys from school did this to her?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
What are their names? Did she tell you their names?
No, she didn't say.
I can take her to the school, and if they hurt my baby, I swear I will tear them apart piece by piece.
You will do no such thing, Mr. Blanton. Mary is not to leave here, not until this investigation is finished. And if that did happen, the police will take care of it, not you.
Fine.
You have some anger issues, Mr. Blanton.
I guess.
You wanted to hurt me earlier. Where does all this anger come from?
I thought you were talking about Mary.
In due time, Mr. Blanton, do you know the difference between a psychiatrist like myself and a run-of-the-mill psychologist?
No, I don't.
A psychiatrist is a medical doctor before specializing in the medicine of the mind. You see, Mr. Blanton, I am not just some school counselor, but a medical doctor. I can read all the signs to see if someone is lying or not. There is a perspiration, a twitch, a nervous habit, diverting eye contact, and a certitude. You see, Mr. Blanton, as we are doing this interview right now, I do not need to hook you up to a polygraph to see if you are lying or not. Because the truth is not in words, but where you look.
Then let's cut to the chase. Ask me what you really want to know.
Did you put those marks on Mary?
No,
Do you know who did?
no,
Have you ever abused your daughter?
no.
Who abused you as a child?
What?
Who abused you?
My father
What did he do to you?
hit me. He knocked me around when I had been drinking.
Did he sexually abuse you?
No, I said he hit me. He would throw me around. When I was on the floor crying, he'd kick me. That was what he would do to me.
Do you drink, Mr. Blanton?
No, never. They say alcoholism is genetic, and I swore I would never become like my old man.
Abuse is cyclical. The abused grow up and become abusers, and the cycle perpetuates itself.
How dare you accuse me of hurting my daughter? I would never hurt her. I love her.
Maybe so. What do you know about Mary's school? Is she a good student?
Mary works very hard, struggles some. She would stay after school several times a week to get extra help.
Does Mary ever speak about her friends, her teachers, her classmates?
No, she never talks about her friends or classmates. She always mentions Miss Cooper being her friend.
And Miss Cooper's Mary's teacher?
Yes, Mary would stay with her after school several times a week to get extra help. I even think she brought Mary home a few times.
few more math problems.
Would you like a little help?
Maybe. They're kind of hard.
Yes, they are. Let me help you. Is that what that's for?
Okay.
So what's confusing you?
This one.
Multiplication by nines. Mary, how does special system work this one? If you want to know.
Yeah.
Now, let me see your hands. Now look. 9 plus 1 is 9. And 9 plus 2 is 18. You see 3? Look. 3 is 26, 27. You see? Your turn. 4.
It's 36.
That's right. You see? Wasn't that a good secret?
Yeah.
And that's others. No one else will know. You can write down your answers and turn up your pencil. Looks like 100. Thanks, Mary. It's getting pretty late. You like a ride home?
No, it's alright. I live just past the park.
Sure.
Miss Cooper,
Yes?
I've changed my mind. I don't want to walk past the park anymore. Can you give me a ride home?
Sure, I would love to.
Thank you for sitting down with me, Mrs. Nansen. I wanted to ask you a few questions before I can wrap up my interview.
It's not like I had a choice. You're trying to take my daughter away from me. I just want this awful thing and this awful day to be over with and for us to be a family.
Mrs. Nansen, I'm not trying to take Mary away from you. I'm trying to investigate why this is happening. Believe me, I never want to take a child away from their parent unless it is in the best absolute interest of the child.
Can we just get this over?
Do you remember what Mary said about the scratches?
Yes, I told you.
Do you remember what caused them?
Yes, I told you. She said she has bad dreams. She says she has nightmares.
Mrs. Nansen, she said that 5 monsters or demons came from under her bed and attacked her and Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
Charlie is her imaginary friend that Dove as a protector.
Imaginary friend, Dr. Hunt. She's too old to believe in such things.
Have you all ever had a pet peacock?
A pet peacock? No.
Do you know anyone who has ever had a pet peacock?
No. But we did see a peacock at the zoo a few years ago. Why?
Charlie is a peacock, apparently. A dead peacock.
A dead peacock.
One that goes with her everywhere to protect her from these nightmares.
No. Dr. Todd, what's wrong with my baby? She says that she sees demons and she says she sees a dead peacock. Mary Grace.
Mrs. Nansen, I don't know why or how these marks are appearing. It could be from anyone or even from self-harm, but Mary is not crazy.
What hurt my Mary?
I don't know, but I need you to tell me about the night before she woke up with the marks.
I don't remember.
What about the night before that? Was anything unusual?
I don't know. All the nights seem the same. Every night, Mary plays in her room and Chase and I go to tuck her in and kiss her goodnight.
Then you both leave?
Yes. Well, no. Sometimes Chase stays to sing her to sleep. He sits by her bed and sings her till she falls asleep.
Are you sleepy?
No.
Roll over so I can rub your back and sing to you, okay?
Okay.
Hush, little Mary, don't say a word. Daddy's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Daddy's gonna buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring turns brass, Daddy's gonna buy you a looking glass. If that looking glass gets broke, riding bulls all down. Daddy's gonna buy you a horse and cart. If that horse and cart falls down, will you still be the sweetest baby in town? Sweetie Peacock.
No, it's not Chase. Chase would never hurt Mary. He loves Mary.
Mrs. Blanton, he may not be the one creating the wounds, but he may still be responsible.
What are you talking about?
Mary may be self-mutilating as a subconscious cry for help to bring light what has been happening to her.
What do you think has been happening?
If Mary is indeed engaging in a subconscious cry for help, it is because someone is hurting your daughter.
It's not Chase. Chase loves Mary. He would never hurt Mary. I know that he wouldn't.
Mrs. Blanton, most abuse takes place in the home.
No, it's not true. I refuse to believe it.
Believe it or not, Mrs. Blanton, if someone is trying to hurt your daughter, that is not her fault.
Dr. Todd, what can we do to help Mary?
There is medication that can be given. It's strictly given to those who suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. And in this case, I believe it will help Mary. It will help her clear her mind to see what she has been causing to herself.
Will it hurt her?
No, but it will bring light what has been happening to her.
When can she start taking it?
Today,
Will she be able to come home?
on two conditions. First, that she must take the medication. Second, that Mr. Blanton is not wanted in the home. If either of these two terms are not fulfilled, I would recommend Mary to stay in the state foster care system. Is that understood?
That's so much hard.
Then it's settled. Mary, do you know where your subconscious is?
No.
Well, it's kind of like the secret part of your brain. It hides behind your subconscious.
Can you see it?
There is no test that we can prove that it's there, but we know it is
Then how do you know it's real?
because we have seen it in action in you, Mary. It's very active.
In me?
Yes, someone is hurting you, Mary.
I told you, it was the nightmares that gave me the scratches. No one hurt me.
Mary, they hurt you in ways that you cannot see.
No.
Mary, please.
No. No one hurt me.
Mary, Charlie, the nightmares and the monsters are figments of your own imagination.
No. Charlie protects me from the nightmares.
Mary, Charlie can't protect you from yourself.
Oh, it's not real.
Mary, please listen to Dr.
Mary, you will be given medication. And in doing so, it will help you clear your mind. It will make all the monsters and nightmares go away, and you will have sweet dreams forever. Sweet dreams forever, Mary.
Do you promise the nightmares will never come back?
Mary, I promise. Good. After she takes this medication, we will finally unravel why this has been happening to her.
You've told quite the tale, Dr. Todd, but you've somehow managed to not tell us the one thing we wanted to know. What is the truth about Mary Blanton?
You asked about the truth about who would abuse such a precious little child, a monster of our own design, flesh and bone. We would never know with certainty, but the truth slips through my fingertips again.
I don't think I need to remind you, Dr. Todd. You are accused of malpractice and medical misconduct. Unless you wish to lose your various medical licenses, I suggest you cooperate.
Life is more than what can be counted, qualified, weighed, and measured. We think that we are so advanced, so smart, no riddle we cannot solve with science. But there is one truth that I know. I did what those boys never could. I killed Charlie, not with stones, but with science. I killed him where he truly lived, in her heart, and I will live with that shame for the rest of my life.
Dr. Todd!
I rest my case, Your Honor. Do what you will.
Come on, Mary. Time for your medicine. But I already took it. You have to take it for your mistake. But I don't want to take it. You know, in order for you to be home, you have to take your medicine. Do you understand? Yes, but where's Daddy? He always thanks me and tucks me in.
He went away for a little while, but he'll be back.
And we'll be a family. Okay.
Little Mary, don't
Charlie? Charlie, where are you? Charlie, please come out. I'm scared. Charlie?
Hush, little Mary, don't say a word.
Charlie's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing, Charlie's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring turns brass, Charlie's gonna buy you a looking glass. And if that looking glass gets broke, Charlie's gonna buy you a Billy Goat. Dreams are not real. They cannot hurt me. Monsters do not exist. Not real. They're not real. They're not real. 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 They're not real. They're not real. That's not real. Not real. Not real. Not real. Not real. Not real. They're not real. Not real. They're not real.
Oh.
My nightmares, come out!
But like, who was it?
intermission while we set up for the next play. Please take this time to ensure that not only your cell phones, but all electronics are completely silenced from their annoying little beeps. Folks in the front of the camera, turn off the beeps or put the cameras away.
Yeah, but it wasn't her very No. But obviously.
I was reading that.